Epilogue. So I guess we made it on time. You probably know why I've called you here, Tomte. It's time to evaluate your performance as the head of the departure ceremony. Hey, bring it on. No matter how thick your criticisms may be, I've got my son on that, so I can take anything you dish out. That's the spirit, young lad. And I'll be sure not to sugarcoat it and just tell you exactly what I think. Regarding the preparatory effort, one would never be able to tell that you were busy devil hunting while setting everything up. Wait, was that praise? Is he saying I did a good job? You should wait for the whole thing. Next, working with other schools' executive committees has shown me just how much aptitude you have for behind-the-scenes work. I believe you can work on expanding in this field in the future. The sky is truly the limit. Very nice job indeed. Finally, I'm sure you know what's coming. But if there's one place where I believe further attention must be paid, it's not the people you're helping, but the feelings behind that help, and your awareness of how what you do affects others. Your own feelings are important, but never forget you're in charge of others. Always try to consider those who aid you too. Yeah, don't forget Krampus. And most importantly, always remember when you're in charge, your role puts you above others, but doesn't make you right. You are simply the one with the final say on what's best for the group. But your role, as well as your position in the hierarchy, is not and should never be considered indicative of your worth as a person. Not by others, and not by you. I'm not worried about you getting arrogant, but I am worried you might get overconfident at times. Is that it? I was expecting to be chewed out a lot more than that. Why would I chew you out? The ceremony went smoothly in the end, and everyone had a very Merry Christmas. You haven't been in this game long enough, but these Christmases go entirely chaotic. Well, I mean, despite being in charge, I disregarded my role and ran off for a while there. Now that you mention it, you did, didn't you? Running away from school without any prior notifications or means of contact. That's naughty list behavior. Through and through. I think you need to be punished for that. Close your eyes, Tomte. Okay. Keep those eyes closed now. If you open them, I really will punish you. I'm sorry I gave you my sacred artifact without considering your feelings. That was my failure as Santa. I understand why you ran. Regardless of what anyone else may think, including you, I think you handled yourself with grace, class, and heart. You went to great lengths to save me, save us. So all I can say is punishment for your actions is thank you. nothing like a good hug from time to time. You may feel free to open your eyes now. That would have been funny if you switched. That was the first time I've ever been hugged by the dark side of you. It was warm and felt really nice. I get embarrassed easily when praised like that, so please stop. Also, don't you dare expect this sort of mushiness from me again! You presented us with a new Santa path, different from the ones we followed all this time. I'm so proud to call you my student. So consider this my parting gift to you. Now, let's call it a Christmas present. Thank you, Dark Santa. It's a wonderful present that puts me in a joyous mood. You bet. Now that's all I've got. Light Santa has something to say as well. While we're at it, I'll switch over. Alright, Dark Santa covered just about everything to note regarding annual school events. So I'd like to shift gears and talk about something else entirely. Fortunately, we've already broached the subject of presents, as this is about a present for you from someone very special. It's a deed to a plot of land? But why? Wait, is this to that farm? What farm? Wait, that farm was in Tokyo? Is this the deed to Granddad and Grandma's farm? My home from before I disposed of those memories? It is. They told me to give it to you once you found what it was you were looking for. If I have this, does that mean that place is mine? Is ours now? Precisely. It stands to reason it would be. If you ask me, I'm not surprised at all. What you do with the land is entirely up to you. After the Christmas hurdles you've just overcome, I'm confident you'll make the best possible use of it you can. Thank you, Light Santa. I think, for starters, I'm going to face my past self. And once that's taken care of, I'll think of what to do in the future, without being beholden to my role. I know. Why don't I move the sauna village there and open it to the public? Now that its function here is complete. Oh yeah, that farm is in this Tokyo. And maybe I can use the surrounding farmland to grow potatoes for use in the meals I'll be serving there. Once a dreamer, always a dreamer. It's a bittersweet thing, really. In retrospect, they may be dead morons, Santa who brings joy to young children. You brought joy in your own unique way as well. I think it's because I'm not trying to be Santa. It just so happens that my goals align with Santa's a bit, nothing more. And until I've sorted everything out, I'd love to stay here and continue to help. I know it's a selfish request. But Headmaster dead, I hope you'll continue to share your guidance and wisdom with me for as long as I remain. Tomte. Maybe it's just my imagination. I feel like I'm being watched. Gotcha. Oh, fiddlesticks. fiddlesticks me. Why are you skulking around like that? Well, I'm done with my executive committee duties, so I have no reason to be here. I was just trying to think of what to say. My mind always seems to go blank around you for some reason, Brandon. Don't make that happen. It wasn't like that with Krampus after the departure ceremony. I reached out to him right away. And we were able to deepen our bonds and become really good friends. So I've been thinking a lot before showing myself here. Thinking about what kind of relationship I want to have with you from here on out. But you caught on to me before I found my answer. So how about I just get straight to the point and ask what I want to ask. I want to know if it's okay for me to come hang out with you here from time to time, Brandon. Why are you asking in such a serious tone, sir? That would be great, Tomte. Aha! I've been looking for you, Tomte. I had a feeling you'd be wherever Brandon and his friends were. You said we were going to do some special Santa training together today, if I'm not mistaken. Look, you better do what you promised you will. Or we ain't friends. Oh, Yule, good morning. Tomte, you should always keep your word. Let's continue this another time. Sounds good. And I'll try to come up with some better ideas for our next meeting. I just kind of went with the flow this time around, but I know there has to be a better approach. Special training, though. Special training with you, Yule. The fact of the matter is, I really don't think I have anything to teach you. Huh? A Santa path, or the way of Santa, you might say. I'm sure you both understand what I mean when I say that. Certainly. Headmaster Dad has spoken of it on numerous occasions. What of it? Have you ever asked Headmaster Dad what exactly he meant when he talked about it, Yule? I just sort of assumed it was like the way of the samurai, or the art of tea ceremony. There's an art of tea ceremony. So I never specifically asked about it, no. Well, the Santa path that Headmaster Dad teaches is based on what he knows. He's showing you the path he walked to become Santa. At the end of that path, there's only one Santa. You understand what I'm getting at, don't you? You're saying that there's only one Santa Claus like Headmaster Dad, which means, just like this Christmas... That's right. Headmaster Dad becomes Santa Claus when he inherited his friend's sacred artifact. And because his friend lost that sacred artifact, friend wound up going somewhere beyond Headmaster Dad's reach. Trying to become the exact same as someone else destined to have similar results every time. That's not limited to Santa. Oh, this plays out. It won't play out. It will never be exactly like Headmaster Dad. Fortunately, that's not what he wants for us. He wants each of us to walk our own unique Santa path. Yule, I think you are amazing. What? You've been struggling to find your own path for far longer than I have. Rather than simply mimicking Headmaster Dad's every move like so many others, you embody what he actually expects of us. May be rather strict with you, that's only because his expectations of you are so high, and you consistently meet them. Click off screen. He's not hard on you, rather, he dotes on you. He sees something in you. I think even tough love is too light a turn. the first time anyone's ever said something like that to me. How do I even respond? Brandon? Don't look at me. Let's think about that together. Yeah, I'm sure if we all put our heads together, we'll come up with just the right idea. Actually, I think I just had an epiphany. How about we all go someplace where we can relax and unwind? Let me guess, the sauna. Someplace where steam can envelop our bodies and coat us in its thick, healing moisture. Stop! A place like that is sure to get some ideas flowing in our heads. What's with that look? I haven't said where yet! Dude, we all know what you're gonna say. You didn't have to. You want to go to the sauna. We get it. Well, that's fine. We can train there. Brandon, you in? Just be sure you actually train, okay? It's a good story. The only thing, well, actually it's not even a gripe really. The only thing that I tend to just dislike or distance myself from, and this isn't a gripe about the story, it's that basically I can relate to Tomte on so many levels, and I hate and I just hate that. You know, it's like you're seeing a part of yourself you don't want to see again or visit. That's the only thing. And of course you can replay it, but the battles aren't there. I don't think the battles are there. But now I can do these. They put this up. They put out this, but it's not translated. Alright, time to go.